this time I'm going to talk about a game from AdVenture, and the game is Communist. They have a game before that's called AdVenture Capitalist, and all these are clicker games. If you don't know what a clicker game is, a clicker game is a game where you click repeatedly to accrue points, and then you can use them to buy something that helps you click or click faster. And that's pretty much the basis of the game. And AdVenture Communism is AdVenture Communist. My bad for getting the name wrong. When I first started, I was like, well, let's give it another shot, because AdVenture do make interesting and quite polished clicker games. One of my favorite fews to play. And this is actually, I got this through Steam, totally free. You can give it a shot. It doesn't need the latest graphics. Your computer can be a potato, haha, and you'll still be able to play this relatively easy. And I really like how their take on this. They have 5 categories, and you start off with just clicking for potatoes. Then you'll get these upgrades, which these will click for you. These are farmers that'll get potatoes for you, and then you can get tents that'll build these mechanic farmers, and so on and so on. So like collective built tents and what they call this, plantation built collectives, and I don't know how Hive built a plantation, but you get the idea. So when you have a lot of these hives, over time they'll build a lot of plantation, and over time they'll build a lot more collectives, and over time they'll build more communes, and then they'll build farmers, and the farmers will get you potatoes. And potatoes, which is shown here, lets you get more farmers with flags, which, well, these flags stand for land, and the same thing again here, just, flags with workers, robotic workers, and they get dynamite, I think blasting site, logo of a dynamite, and then clear cut. The same thing is like highway gets you roads, roads gets you clear cuts gets you blasting site, and the worker, and it's pretty much the same for all 4 of the first 4 resources other than medicine. And it really comes down to trying to get enough of these basic resources, potatoes, land, or weapons, to get these workers, the first worker here for each of these, to collect these material while you're not clicking, because the goal is not to actually click yourself. The clicker games is never to continue to click forever. That would be a boring game. The fun part of the game is to get things to click for you. So it's like a printer that prints money, but in this case it prints potatoes, if you get what I'm trying to say. And unlike other clicker games, like the AdVenture Capitalist game that they published before, to get a farmer you need both potato and a flag, so land. And so you need land, so I guess you click some of these, and each of them has a button that you can click to collect them. Later on, you can get an upgrade for 5 points, I think 10 scientist points, that you can just click this run all industry. Once you click it once, it click all 5 industries instead of just clicking one on each time, which is nice. But ideally, you never have to click anymore, because these should all do the work for you. So back to my point, is that in order to speed up your potato production, you need some land. And in order to get some land robots, if I click on this little dollar sign, it tells you what I need potato, land, coal, and farmers. Farmers meaning these farmers, as you see a logo here. So in order to make 1 worker, as you see here, I need 5 farmers, 3 coal, 9 land, and 56 potato. What this tells you is that they need some of ore and weapons. Just ore now. But those you don't really need a lot. You can just click through them and collect them. But you need 5 farmers. So in essence, 5 farmers can get you 1 worker. And then the same thing for if you want like a mining robot, then you need 5 of these workers. So my early goal was to get as much of these robots to click for me, because these require even more cost to upgrade. Like if you look at this, even like 1,000 farmers, that's a lot for one commune, and they take a while to give you any sort of return. It's like 1 to 3, like 3, you need like 3 tenths or something to get like one farmer over like maybe 30 seconds. As you upgrade them, this gets quicker, but before it takes forever. So I always learn not to actually unlock these things and just focus on the primary robots that actually gives me the goods to upgrade and buy more. I always try to keep this robot up high, because these are ultimately what gets you the land, the potato, the ore, the weapons, and the medicine. So I said how all 4 of these types are very similar. They just, each of them for the next robot takes 5 more. But the medicine is actually different. You need like 10 robots of the previous 4 to get 1 nurse. It was extremely expensive. I easily just drained a lot of these robots just to get some medicine, and then I'm stuck with a lot of medicine. I don't have any of the ore and weapons. So the impression at that time, I was like, wow, this is actually more complex than I thought, let alone not upgrading, buying these mines or these upgrades to have a long-term great return. As you can see, there's no way I'm going to click that many times. It's just that over time we keep buying these, it'll give you more and more and more, you know, and then you end up having a lot of these, and it's just like eventually I heard you'll get like infinite. It'll just say, you'll say infinite. I don't think I'll get there, but I think I got a good understanding of the game to know what the game is all about and why is it interesting. And if you're still listening by now, why should you play it? Over time you would get all these upgrades. Then there's a matter of time to get more and more and more. So what's the point? At some point you'll try to unlock these research. As you see the last one, they're yellow. And what happens is they'll give you research points. And research points on the top left here, you can click on this and you'll see you can get these upgrades. Personally, I think these are all useless upgrades. Extremely expensive because they're only a short-term boost, where the long-term upgrades are nicer because they give you double output forever, 10 times output for, and they got interesting names. As I say, I had a few laughs reading these auto-click, propaganda, glorious speech, stuff like this, and these research are all interesting. But these don't automatically collect themselves, and you have to come back in and click on it. This takes an hour. I've upgraded 4 times, that's why I gave me 4 research points. Every time you upgrade, I don't think I can do it now. Oh, there it is. See, it takes away a lot of my hospitals, which is this, and this makes weapon manufacturing, which adds me more weapon manufacturing robots. I haven't really invested that much into this, as you can see, because every time you reset, it removes everything, all your nurses, everything except the hospitals, and it takes like a cut of it. Extremely expensive to get research points, and they're similar in the ways like buying colonies. It takes you 2 hives, but it takes out all your farmers and everything. So you lose everything here. You lose all your bank here, you lose all your farmers, you lose all of this except 2 hives. So before, if I ever want to get a reset to get another research point, I have to, well, I guess by now I have enough hives. But if you shouldn't do it when you have like 2 hives or 3 hives. Don't do it, because then you have to start clicking again. Oh, one thing I forgot is that on each of these you start out with like 1. Every time you click you get 1. But once you have enough potatoes, you can press upgrade here, and it takes away how much potatoes you have. They only use potatoes, and you have 5 times as much per click than before. So before it was like 5. It was only 1/5 of how much potatoes I get every time I click on this. Obviously I don't click on this anymore because eventually you don't want to click to there. So like right now it's like 6.10. So if I to the power of 10. So if I press upgrade, it'll be like 3 point. Oh gosh, never do math on when you're making a video. 3.05 to the power 11. Yeah, so I got it right this time. And there's also an upgrade that helps you click automatically every 5 seconds. I think I got it here. No, there's a state one. Auto click for all the things, and it auto clicks for you. So it's nice. It's nice to have something like this, because if at some point if you do a reset, you lose everything, then you have to start clicking all these medicine just to buy nurses. So ideally, you get this little buff, and then you can get easy medicine without actually doing anything. Just log on later on, and it'll be perfect. So thank you for watching, and now if you like making more content, I've got questions, I will create them. I'll answer your questions, and I might create some more for you if you are interested. See you next time.